guys, how's everybody doing today? I hope that everybody's doing great. Welcome back to my channel. Hello. I'm sorry for my bare face. I don't look that great today, but I am cleaning today, and I thought that I would pop in here and share with you guys all the declutter that I'm doing. I think it's time for me to declutter a lot of the makeup that I own. It's getting ridiculous. So yeah, I do have my mom and my sister and my daughter who's recently starting to get into makeup, and I have a lot of cousins and aunts, and all of this makeup that I'm decluttering will go to good use. And yeah, I just thought I would share that with you. And let's get to the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. This first video is going to be bronzers and blushes, and then we'll go on from there. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and here we go. Okay, you guys, so today we are going to try and declutter my makeup a little bit because I think that it has gotten a little bit out of control. So I'm going to be creating a series of declutter videos here in the next few days, and today we are going to start with this drawer right here, and this is my blush and bronzer drawer. And as you can see, it has gotten a little out of hand. I also have palettes and things like that, but today we're going to focus on this drawer right here and trying to minimize all of this as much as possible. So let's get started with this drawer. Okay, so the first things that we are going to start with are going to be bronzers. Now this is going to be so hard for me, and I'm going to try to be really good at decluttering because my makeup just has gotten way out of control, and I need to downsize a little bit. So this is going to be really hard, but we are going to try our best. So I have here the first set of bronzers. I have mentioned in many of my videos in the past that this is one of my favorite bronzers. This is the L'Oreal Lumi bronze set, and this one is in number 2, which is like the medium shade. I love number 1, and then but number 1 is a little bit more in like cool tone. Number 2 is a little bit more warm. Now this is it's barely new to my collection. I haven't really used it that much. I think I used it like once or twice, so I am gonna keep this one. I'm gonna start my keep pile over here. And this is another bronzer that I was dying to try, and I finally decided to purchase it because these bronzers, they are drugstore, but they are $14.99. They are huge, though. They're massive, as you can see. So it's not that they're not worth it. They are worth it. But you know, you kind of have to think about it when you're gonna spend $14.99. But this one is also fairly new. I think I've used it once. This is a little bit more warmer on my skin. It looks a little bit more reddish, but I did enjoy it, so I haven't used it that much, so I am gonna keep it just to keep trying it. Now I have two Wet n Wild, well, I have 3 Wet n Wild bronzers here. I have this one, which is Ticket to Brazil. And as you can see, I have used this one a few times. I'm not a fan of these Wet n Wild bronzers. I have other bronzers in my collection that I prefer, so I think I am going to part with this one. I also have this one here. It's called Palm Beach Ready, and this one seems to be a little bit darker than the last one. Now these do have a little bit of shimmer in there, so they are not completely matte bronzers. And this one was well loved as well, but I don't know, I'm just not reaching for them, so I think that I am going to get rid of this one as well. I also have this other bronzer here, and this is in Bronze and Dynasty. This is limited edition. It was from their like dragon theme collection that they came out with. I think I used this bronzer like once or twice and then didn't use it anymore, so I think I am going to part with it. Okay, right over here I have a Physicians Formula bronzer, and to be quite honest with you guys, I have never used this bronzer. This bronzer is many years old. I think, oh my gosh, I want to say that this bronzer is like 7 years old. No lie, I have never used this bronzer. my birthday gift from a family member, and I never used it because I thought it was so beautiful. I never wanted to you know, I didn't want the embossment to fade out or nothing because I just thought it was so gorgeous, so I never really used it. But it does have sentimental value because of that reason, because it was a gift. So I'm gonna keep it just because it's sentimental for me. Okay, I have here a Pt.1 bronzer that I purchased at TJ Maxx, and I've used it a couple of times and I do like it. I think it's a little too light for my skin, but I really do like it. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep it just to keep trying it a little longer, just because I haven't really used it much, so I'm gonna keep it just to see what I think of it. I also have a Too Faced cream bronzer, and this bronzer is, I bought it from TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I think I've only used this bronzer once, and I really do like it, so I am gonna keep it. I have this LA Colors that I bought at the Dollar Tree for a Dollar Tree video. This is actually a pressed powder, but I bought it a darker shade because I couldn't find bronzer, so I bought it in a darker shade to use this bronzer. I'm not a fan of it, so I am going to declutter that. I have a small Fenty bronzer here, and this one is in Shady Biz, and I've used it a few times and I really do like it, so I am going to keep it. I also have a NYX Tango with bronzing powder that I bought at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and it has two shades, one's lighter, one's darker. I think I used this bronzer once and I think it was a little too light for my skin tone. I really couldn't see it much, so I think I am going to part with it. I also have here a Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer that I got on a what do you call it, on a Ipsy bag. I haven't used it. As you can see, it still has a little film. I haven't used it, I haven't tried it, so I am going to keep it because I'm interested to see what it's like. I do love Tarte products, so I'm going to keep it and see if I like it. I have a very old butter bronzer here. This is the original. This is in light bronzer, and I do love this bronzer. As you can see, it's well loved. I use it all the time, so I am going to keep it. I have a Pretty Vulgar bronzer in Bronze to Be. I bought this at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and I do like it. I actually like it a lot, and I've only used it a couple of times, so I am going to keep it. Plus, I love the packaging. It's so beautiful. I have a Kiko Milano bronzer, and this one is in Mediterranean Sand #1, and I bought this bronzer because I saw it on a Catherine Lights video, and her bronzer looks so beautiful in that video, and I just had to have it. When she said what it was, I quickly went on Ulta and I found it, and so I bought it because it's really, really beautiful. It makes your skin look so tan, so healthy, so beautiful. I love it. And then, oh, I'm gonna keep that one for sure. And then the last on this set of bronzers is this Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. This thing is huge. I think it's like the same size as the L'Oreal ones. Yeah, it's the exact same size as the L'Oreal, but the L'Oreal is $14.99, and this bronzer is actually like $3.99 or $4.99. It's a really nice bronzer. It's a little bit more on the like reddish tone. It kind of looks a little red on my skin, and it is a little light. It's like kind of pinkish too. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it is on the pinky red side of bronzers. But I do like it a lot. I just never reach for it. I have other bronzers that I prefer and I like better, so I think I'm gonna part with. Okay, so here's the next set of bronzers. The first one is this Lorac Tantalizer. Now this is also a bronzer that I bought at TJ Maxx or Marshalls, and I mean, I liked it, but it wasn't like the best bronzer I've ever used, so I think I am going to part with it. Plus, I don't think that you can get these anymore, and I haven't seen them back at TJ Maxx and Marshalls in a really long time, so I am going to part with it. Next, I have this Makeup Revolution bronzer in Warm. I used this bronzer when I did my full face of Makeup Revolution while telling a scary story last October. And it's actually a really nice bronzer. It's another one of those massive pan bronzers like the L'Oreal one, but it's not as big. Like on the inside, it's not as big as the L'Oreal ones, but still, it's in the cheaper side of things. It's not $14.99 like the L'Oreal one, and it is a nice bronzer. I like it. I'm just not sure what I want to do with it. I don't know if I want to keep it or if I want to pass it along. I think I'm going to keep it for now. I also have this Wet n Wild contour palette. This is one of the first bronzers I ever purchased when I was first starting to get into makeup and into YouTube and stuff. A lot of people were always talking really good about this bronzer, so I purchased it and I used it a few times. It's okay. I like it. I like the highlighting part. So I think that I am going to keep it. Next, I have this Kylie bronzer, and this is in Tequila Tan. I was always kind of curious about the Kylie brand. I don't particularly like the Kardashians, so I never really want to buy anything that has to do with them, but I was always curious about her brand, and I decided to purchase a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight from her. And I really did not want to like them, but I actually fell in love with her stuff, especially her like face things, and so I can't part with this because I enjoy it a lot. It's actually a really, really nice bronzer. I actually enjoy her face stuff, so I'm going to keep it. I also have a ColourPop bronzer that I purchased. I don't have a case for it. This is an Afternoon Delight. I used this bronzer when I did my full face of ColourPop. As you can see, it's very pigmented and it's kind of dark. I think I am going to keep it because I really like the way that it looked, so I'm going to keep this. And I can always put it in a magnetic palette. Okay, up next I have two of these Too Faced bronzers, and this one is in Sun Bunny. I purchased these bronzers when Ulta was having their, annual sale where every day it's a different sale. So I bought these then for half off, and I love them. I enjoy them very, very much. So I am going to keep both of them, but this one is in Sun Bunny. And this one is in Chocolate Soleil, so it's a little bit darker and it's matte, as where the Sun Bunny has a little bit of shimmer in there. I also have this Caí Para Mi bronzer. I also did a full face of this. They sell this brand at Target. Unfortunately, they don't sell it anymore. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they discontinued the brand or just Target is not selling it anymore. So I am going to pass this along. I also have this Physicians Formula bronzer trio, and I bought this because I saw Casey Holmes using it in one of her videos and her bronzer looked amazing, and so I wanted to try it, but I don't really reach for it much. I think I used it a couple times and then never touched it again. But I really liked how her bronzer looked in that video, so I'm going to give it a try again. Hopefully now that I have less product in my drawer, I can actually pick things that I haven't touched in a while, so I am going to keep this one. I have an LA Color Contour little palette here that I bought at the Dollar Tree. I also used this in one of my Dollar Tree videos, and I have to say that this is actually really nice. Actually, this would be a good like dupe for the Wet n Wild, even though the Wet n Wild is already inexpensive, but this is only $1, so it's even more inexpensive. But it also could be a dupe for like the Physicians Formula, because these two shades are very similar and these two shades are very similar. So I am going to keep this one because I really did like it. I have here a Wet n Wild and Pac-Man collection. This is limited edition, but it is still on sale, and these are just like little pebbles or little balls here. It is a very shimmery bronzer, very luminous. I didn't think that this was a product that I didn't think I was gonna like, but I actually enjoyed it a lot. I love the way that it looked on my skin. I love how glowy my skin looked. So this is one that I am going to keep, plus I am a huge Pac-Man fan, so packaging alone, I have to keep it. So this I'm keeping. I have the Morphe Icon bronzer, and I remember when this first came out, it was such a big thing here on YouTube. Everybody had this bronzer, everybody was using it, but actually it's a little light on my skin. I can barely see it. I don't know, maybe I needed the darker shade or whatnot, but I think that I'm going to pass it down to my sister. She's a little bit more fair than I am, and I think that this will look good on her. We're down to the last 4 for this set. Okay, so I have here the Marc Jacobs, what is this called? The Fantastic Bronzers, the Omega Bronzer. I love the packaging. I love the fact that it's Marc Jacobs. I just love everything about this bronzer. I've always wanted to have something from Marc Jacobs, and you know, I finally decided to get this. I actually bought this, I want to say like maybe a year or 2 ago, and I use it quite a bit, and you know, it took me a lot to buy it, so I am going to keep it and keep using it because I really do like it a lot. It's actually one of my favorite bronzers. I also have this ColourPop and Becky G bronzer. This is from their Hola Chola collection. It's the number 310. I also did a video on this collection, and I actually liked the bronzer. I thought that it was really nice. It's not my favorite bronzer, but I do love Becky G and I love ColourPop, so I am going to keep this bronzer. I have here a Gigi Gorgeous bronzer. I actually purchased a mystery bag from Ipsy when this collection came out, and I think I got the bag for like $15, I believe, but it brought a bunch of things in there. I even brought a blush, a lip balm, a brush. There was so much stuff in that bag. Like, sometimes Ipsy has mystery bags that are so good, and this was one of them. So this is the bronzer that came in that bag. This is the 6 Sculpt Bronzer Duo Turned and Extra. So like it says, it's a bronzer duo. It has a lighter side and a darker side. I think that I've used this bronzer once, so I am going to keep it because I want to keep using it and like really make a decision on it. And then finally, I have the Too Faced Unicorn Tears bronzer, and I got this bronzer at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, and I just think that it's so beautiful. I love this entire collection. I tried to purchase everything from the collection, but some stuff I couldn't find anymore, and then sometimes I'm still finding here and there, but it was one of my favorite Too Faced collections, so I am for sure gonna keep this bronzer. Okay, and this is the last of my bronzers. I'm going to be doing like face palettes separately. I'm not going to be doing them like, you know, with bronzers or blushes. I'm just going to do them like on its own because I have a lot of those. But this is the last of my bronzers. First off, I have this e.l.f. bronzer palette. And these little palettes from e.l.f. are so good. As you can see, mine is well loved. I love these e.l.f. palettes. They are so good. The blush palette, this bronzer palette, and then the natural everyday palette that comes with like blush and highlight and bronzer. That one is beautiful. I love that for like everyday makeup. So these palettes, they are super inexpensive and they are really, really good. So this for sure I am keeping. I have two small products here. These are cream bronzers. This is the Milk Makeup bronzer in Baked, and I used this one in a recent video where I did like half Wet n Wild, half Milk, just to compare to see if you really do have to spend that much money to get a prettier look, but you don't. But I really did like the bronzer. I actually gave my daughter the blush and the highlight, and I also gave her the Wet n Wild products as well. And I really did like this bronzer, so I wanted to keep it. So it's the small version, so I am going to keep that. And then this is a Fenty Beauty bronzer in Cinnamon, and it's actually really nice too. I'm not a huge like cream bronzer kind of person, or cream anything kind of person, but it's a small version, and I love the brands are doing that now. I love that they're actually making like small versions of things. That way you can try them and see if you do like them or not. So I am going to keep this one because I do like it. And to be honest with you guys, I'm going to be keeping everything that's here. And this is the Kat Von D contour palette. This is the one that I got in my Kat Von D mystery box that I did not that long ago. And I haven't even tried this palette, to be honest with you guys. I kind of put it aside after I filmed that video and I haven't been able to use it. So I am going to keep it because I haven't tried it yet. This MAC is a new bronzer to my collection. I actually purchased it a couple of weeks ago. I haven't tried it yet. This is the Beijing Beauty bronzer, and to be honest, this is my first MAC bronzer, and I can't wait to use it to see what you know, if it compares to anything or if it's its own thing or whatnot. I'm fairly new to anything MAC, so I'm very excited to try that. Now, this little guy right here, this is my L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze Set, and this is the one that I tell you that is my favorite one. This is in #1. And as you can see, it's well loved. I hit pan on this. It's my favorite bronzer ever. It just gives you this nice glow to your skin. It looks so beautiful. And I love it a lot. So I'm definitely keeping that. That is my everyday bronzer. And then lastly, I have this Too Faced Natural Lust bronzer. As you can tell, the packaging is so beautiful. And this is what the bronzer looks like. To be quite honest with you, the bronzer is not that pigmented. And you might hear that that's one of the biggest complaints from people, is that this bronzer is not that pigmented, but I love it. I think that it looks beautiful on the skin, and I mean, how can you not love it? It's so beautiful. I am in love with like decades, and the 20s is one of my favorite decades, and this reminds me exactly of that. So I am for sure going to be keeping this bronzer. Okay, you guys, so the purpose of this video is so that I can get rid of things, so that I can you know, really look at what I have and really use what I have, because right now I feel like I have so much stuff that I'm not really using what I have, because I can't remember that I had it, or you know, whatever the case may be. So I'm really trying to declutter, and looking at all the stuff that I'm keeping, I actually decided to keep quite a lot. So I think that I'm going to again get rid of more stuff. So I think that from this pile, I think that I am going to pass the bronze booster from Physicians Formula along. I think that I'm going to get rid of that. I also think that I'm going to be getting rid of the LA Colors contour palette here. I think I'm going to pass that along. And lastly, I think that I'm going to part with the Makeup Revolution bronzer. It is a little dark, so I am going to pass with it. Or part with it. Okay, you guys, so I have one more pile. Okay, so I have this hard candy bronzer that I got for Christmas. Usually Walmart likes to put a lot of like these hard candy minis for $1, and I picked a few things up last Christmas, and so this bronzer was one of those. It smells so good. It smells like chocolate and coffee. It smells so good, but I haven't used it yet, so I am going to keep it. I also have two of the Balm bronzers. I love the Balm, and I wish that more people would talk about it, but not a lot of people talk about this brand. But it's a very cute brand, and their makeup is actually really good. So I have the Take Home the bronzer, and I really like this bronzer a lot. It's one of my favorite ones. So I am going to keep this. I also have this Bahama Mama bronzer, and this one is a little bit more newer to my collection, so I am gonna keep it and keep using it because you know, like I said, it's newer to me, so I am gonna keep it and keep using it. I also have this Pacifica little duo. It's a blush and bronzer duo, and I got this actually in one of my Ipsy bags, and I did use it a couple of times, and I do like it. I like it a lot. The blush is very luminous, and the bronzer is matte, and I do like this a lot, but I don't reach for it, so I think I'm gonna pass it to either my mom or my sister. I also have two of the Too Faced little highlight bronze duos here. This is the Pineapple Sun one, and I love this. This is actually one of my favorite ones. I love the way the bronzer looks. It looks so nice and luminous, and the highlight, it's so nice. I love both of these products, so I am going to be keeping this palette for sure. And those are the swatches right there. And I just love this little duo a lot, and the packaging is extremely adorable, so I am going to keep this. And then I have this little one here that I got. I can't remember where I got this one from. I got it somewhere. I think it was like a little like bag that Too Faced released for Christmas or something, because it's wearing a Christmas hat, so it had to be for that. So I am going to keep this because it's perfect. I can use it for travel, or I can keep it in my purse to touch up throughout the day, so I am going to keep it. I also have I also have this Too Faced Sun Bunny bronzer that I bought. I bought this little bronzer before I bought the full size at TJ Maxx, and I think I got it for like $3.99 or something like that. So I am going to keep it because, again, I can keep it in my purse, or I can take it with me when I travel, and it's super convenient. I have this e.l.f. duo. It's a blush and bronzer duo, and this was actually a gift with purchase. With one of my last purchases actually, so I haven't used it. The blush looks amazing, and the bronzer looks really nice, so I'm gonna keep it and try it and see what I think of it. Like I said, it's new to me, so I haven't even tried it yet. Next, I have this Tarte Sea Breezy cream bronzer. So this is one of their newer bronzers that they came out with. I actually bought a bunch of these little minis from this line because I wanted to really try it. I love natural makeup, and I think that I'm going to like this line a lot, so I think I'm gonna make a video on it soon. But this is the bronzer, and I haven't even used it yet because I'm saving it for that video. But the packaging is extremely cute. I love the brands are doing these mini ones now because you can try it before you commit, because the big pans are, you know, more expensive, and these little ones are less expensive. So it's nice to try the product before buying the big one. So I'm so excited the brands are bringing minis now, so excited about that. And then the last thing is this Maybelline Master Bronze Face Studio. It's bronzer and highlight, and I used this once and I haven't used it again. I got it at Target, and it was on sale for $6. And I mean, I did like it that one time that I used it, but like I said, I've only used it once, so I think I'm going to keep it and keep trying it because like I said, I only tried it once. So yeah, thank you so much guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you subscribe. I am gonna keep doing these declutter videos. If you want to see those videos, don't forget to subscribe, join our little family, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.